Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
What's good to all my people out there in the world? This is your brother Fat Boy Fish, and we right back at it with another message for today. And on this show for today, I would like to cover things that I did not put in my writing. Now, Trump said that we are all looked at in the same eyes to God, every man and every woman in this country. That's a lie. Some people are evil. Some people do evil in this world. So how are we all looked at the same in God's eyes if you got the wicked and you got the good? That was a lie. What else did he say that really made me think about it? When he started snitching on Obama, when he started saying, well, oh yeah, well, we didn't have this problem in our country, but what are you willing to do about it to fix it? You say you love America. You say you love America. You want to do the best and be the best for America, but I don't see no change. And as I listen to that speech, I'll do my reading real quick for you. But as I look at the speech, I did not see nothing in it that was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to change this, I'm gonna try to do this. I didn't see any of that. It seemed like something that he didn't want to do. It really did. It seemed like a speech. To be truthful with y'all, it seems like he took one of my speeches and then he twerked it a little bit, changed it a little, edited a little bit. It sounded like something I would say, but the difference between me and Trump is I don't have the power of the United States government. I don't have the power of the federal government. I don't have Homeland Security. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the National Guard at my disposal. Because if I had these things and I had that type of control, you better believe inside yourself, there would be no damn racism in this country, because I would not tolerate that at all. But to see the person that you voted for up there and basically doing a speech that he didn't want to do, that just lets me know where we stand. And for people who don't think that Trump is racist or not racist, just look at his performance in these last 3 days, and that should let you know the mind of Trump. It should. He don't give a damn. He doesn't. He really doesn't. Now let me go ahead and get into this reading, and I'll let you be the judge of it this next month, how everything folds out. Peace and blessings to all my people out there. Hey, your boy done had a stressful one, but we still here. God is good, and we fighting, y'all. We fighting just to make it. As I listened to the president speak and dissected some of the language he used, and I still drew the same conclusion that he was being forced to say things that carried no meaning. This is a prime example of what our country really feels about terrorism. He said that we are all Americans. We are all Americans first. If that is true, then why have my people been pleading with the United States government about terrorism? We as black people face daily, and throughout the centuries we have been in this country. The president said that the law was for all people who live in this country, and I looked at that statement as a joke, because nothing is fair here in this country for my people, black people of America. He said that we as American citizens should have and try to love one another. How can you say that when some white people teach their children to hate my people and see us as their natural enemy? We as black people have tried for hundreds of years to try and be at peace and a part of this nation, to our own detriment, to live, raise our kids, and be at peace, and the whole time under attack by other Americans who live in this country. That's why I say, just because on a piece of paper it says we're free doesn't necessarily mean it's true. The president said that the Constitution was for all Americans. Now that was not funny to me, just a flat out lie. This country has never been for fair, upright, or just for my people. So I know the Constitution was never intended to help black people or to get them out of the social structure of white supremacy. Not one time did he come out with a plan of action that he would commence on terrorism. Not one time. Not one time did he come up with any plans of action of any sort. He's just sitting there talking. You know what I'm saying? He's just sitting there talking. I hate to cut it off real quick, but if I'm gonna say it to you once more again, if I was the president of the United States of America, there would be no terrorism of any sort in this country. I don't care, y'all. I don't care. I will make laws different. Okay, not one time did he come out with a plan of action that he would commence on terrorism in this country. Not one time did he say a strategy to take down the operation of these groups who kill other Americans. Not one time did he come out with a resolution or a course of actions to diffuse and condemn the actions of these groups who plague our society. So he got up there on his speech. He said a whole lot of stuff. It took him a long time to actually condemn white supremacy, but that tells you a lot about Trump. That tells you how he thinks, what he thinks about people. I'm gonna tell you right now, all them black folks that voted for Trump, now you get to see what your president really is. Now you get to see what your president really stands for if he's not trying to help you. Okay, we just had a little bit more for today, and I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here for this day. Peace and blessings to all my family out there. Some people say in the Obama administration was the most racist it has ever been in this country. I would like to beg to differ. Under the Trump presidency has been one of the most racist time in American history. But for my people, look at this time in history and you get to see white supremacy in its true form. There is no hiding. It's no calling it by something that it is not. You get to see what white supremacy think and feel about you no matter where you go. It's here, and proud to hate you for being black. Trump said that we need to unite as Americans. That will never happen as long as you have hate groups that actually kill people in this country. So was that a joke? Investigations, internal affairs in the case, and when the blood spills over to the rich and elite, then it will come, then it will be taken seriously. But part of the elite is the white supremacist groups like Trump. So many questions. My question here today is, what really will be done about terrorism in this country? What new laws and penalties will bring forth change? None, because there will be 3 months, there will be none taken. In 3 months from now, people will act like this never happened, and the attacks will get badder and badder, because when you can't have a peaceful protest, there is no peace. Now, it's a damn shame, family. You go to protest, state your opinion, state your feelings, and you get ran over by white supremacists in the car. My heart goes out to all them people out there that lost their lives and was injured in that situation, but it just goes to show what's really hurting and what's killing America is terrorist people in America. It just goes to show. Now those police officers, they don't want to be looked at as a murder, but everybody in this land knew that they were shot down like dogs in the air, basically. Now you don't see the police force coming out like, oh well, these white supremacist groups shot down our police officers. You don't hear nothing about that. You don't hear no talk about it, no rhetoric, but it's on the lips of every American citizen. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who said that. You know what I'm saying? When I heard about it the first time, I was like, oh man, they shot them police down. Messing around here in California, they would shoot at you from the helicopter. So I don't know about Charlesville Police Force. I don't know, but my heart and my family goes out to anybody who suffered behind this, because here go Trump again. He want to try to push the blame on other people. Talk about in every form it might take, but you don't see other groups out in every form it might take, but you don't see other groups out here shooting and killing people, running people over with cars. Who could you possibly sit here and say, if it not be a white supremacist group that's doing these things? Who? The Asian people, the Jewish people, the Mexican people, the black people? Who are you talking about, Trump? Who are you saying is another racist organization here that's actually hurting American citizens besides from the supremacists? Show me somebody. Show me a group of black people out here that's hurting people all over what they believe. I don't see it. I don't see that with no other group of people that live in this country besides from white supremacists. Now, I would never sit up here and say that all white people are like that. No, by no means. But you see the ones that are. And you see now in this time in history, they not playing around at all. Not even a little bit. And in this time, all I can say to my folks is, my people, is, okay, you already know who these people are. You see them every single day. Let's play no games here. But this is a prime example of American life in this country. There is no peace as long as you have people like this running around here that's willing to kill another human being for them feeling superior. You don't see no other races of people doing that. You don't. I can't even throw that on gang life. I can't even say that on gangs. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. Now, let's go over a couple of things that will never happen that will bring forth a solution in this situation. Now, the RICO Act. Do you think your president will pull out the RICO Act on these groups? I don't think so. Guantanamo Bay for white supremacists. Do you think in your head for 1 second that the president would do that? I don't think so as well. A full investigation on white supremacist groups. You can't do that if that's your family. You can't do that if that's your cousin and your uncle and them. It won't happen. Okay, hate crimes will never be good enough to disperse white supremacy. A full-out war on racism in this country can be the only solution. You as a country make war on every single thing else. Why not a war on racism? Now, America, she makes war on all kind of different stuff. She did a war against drugs. She did a war against terrorism overseas. She always going to these foreign countries. But when the stuff really hits the fan, and here on home soil, you really need some help, you don't see none of our governors, commissioners, senators, any of the Congress people, any of these people enacting anything that I said. And the only way that things like this will go away and won't come out unless there is a full-out war on it. Now, you can war on drugs, you can war on poverty, you can war on crime, but why not a war on white supremacy? Man, this has been your brother Fat Boy Fish. Y'all make sure you have a peaceful, blessed day. And if you have been offended by anything I said, maybe you one of the people I'm talking about, because your hatred is why this country is falling. Your hatred for other people is the reason why don't nobody get along out here. You know what I'm saying? We just want to be at peace. I just want to raise my family, get a good job, pay my bills, pay my mortgage, and live life. That's it. Nothing more. What more can you ask for that? But with these groups, it's not happening for basic people who pay their taxes and try to be law-abiding citizens and do what's right. We just want to be at peace. We don't want to be terrorized. My people have been terrorized as long as we've been here. As long as we've been here, it has never been away. And in 400 years, you couldn't even do that. So my outlook at the future of America, it looks bad. You know what I'm saying? It looks bad, especially for my people. And I'm just telling it.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong. I know.
What's good to all my people out there in the world? This is your brother Fat Boy Fish. And I just wanted to give you my thoughts on what I feel about Trump. Now, y'all know me, I ain't got to cuss. I ain't got to sit up here, yell, and scream. All I got to do is tell you how I feel. And to some people, that alone is devastating. So let's go ahead and get into this, family. With so much evil in this world, it's hard to believe that God is in control of this world. And he gives power and takes away power. Trump, God has anointed you to be president of this country. Trump, to save America, this is America's last chance to stand for what is right or to be totally destroyed by its own hate and greed and wants of control. Trump, who and what do you stand for? Because right now and being fair is nothing you know nothing about. You are a selfish rich kid that knows nothing about help those who are without. If your dad did not get rich in the prohibition, you would not be where you are now. So how can you say anything about hard work, Mr. President? And racism, we as black people, we never forgot how you have treated black people throughout the years. Not wanting us to stay in your Trump Tower. We remember that. The 4 young brothers you lied on about raping that girl. We remember that. Not hiring our people shows us you know what racism is and you have practiced it throughout the years. Throughout your presidencies, your presidential race, you said all black people are violent and make up half the crime in this country, when we are but a small percent of the overall population. With your own words, you said you would look out for all the people who live in this country, but it seems that just some more words you care nothing about. To build up this nation, you have to worry about its people first. But like all the other presidents, it seems more like some more talk. People put so much hope and faith in you because you're not doing this for the money or fame. You are doing this for more control and statue of saying that you was once the president of the United States and to help out your billionaire buddies, but fair as the poor and needy. I don't believe you care if you only knew that God chose you for a reason to help save America, because this is her last hour and it's up to you to pull her out of total calamity, because disaster is the bed America has made for herself. We all as Americans have to face, rich or poor, but mostly the poor. What could make America great again more like ever is more prosperity to be given to all, but not just a few. For America to care more about the people who make up the nation of America, to lift those up who need a helping hand, to fight for those who can't fight for themselves, to put the people first and not the greed of those who control and dictate the ways of life for hard-working, peace-loving Americans. I would like to believe you are a man of principle, but I see your judgment is one-sided, even though there are two sides of each story. The only way there can be total peace in this country is if everybody has an equal share, but there is too much greed and hatred for equality to exist. So where do we go from here? More hatred, more greed, and even more lust. More laws that make Americans feel like prisoners. Civil unrest that kills any progress we make towards the future. So if we know our past and our present, that should help us build up a better future. But It's so much hatred that breaks us all down. Let's make America great for Americans. All the lives, the workers, and die here in this country for it to be a great nation. Let's lift up the poor and needy and help Americans instead of taking away what they have. Let's help struggling families who live paycheck to paycheck. Let's help the kids feel safe in school. Let's clean up the streets so they can play again outside. Let's stop taking from the elder and make it easier in their last days. Let's build up the common people of America so they can have a future. This will make America proud to be Americans, for America to be great, because only one side doesn't speak for all. So I really mean that, family. For America to be a great nation, it would have to worry about the people who live in this country, from the smallest person to the biggest person. For America to be, for its people to be doing good, it has to be equal. There is no equality.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.